So we deployed our first Streamlit application manually. We created it manually, and yes, this was good. But sometimes you need to do this automatically. Okay. So look, I have another app.py, and it's very likely the same. Yeah, I don't think there are any changes here. Okay, it's like before, except that look, I will create an environment YAML file. Okay, a file like this is automatically created. Yeah, in the stage each time you create external dependencies, and in this file, yeah, this actually is a dependency file for Conda. Okay, you can use eventually a requirements that text file with different dependencies, but this must be packages that are already deployed in a virtual warehouse in the Anaconda packages. Yeah, have a look at them. Yeah, make sure that they are there. And here you may pass other dependencies you might have. Yeah. We've seen actually before that, look, interesting, matplotlib we may need matplotlib as well. Yeah, I edit matplotlib later. I add faker and matplotlib. Okay, to package. This was for the previous file, because in this file here, this is what we don't have on top. We'll deploy this automatically. Okay, so let me save all this, and then look, I created an SQL file. Yeah, that's a typical SQL file, but I will keep it here on the. I don't need an SQL worksheet to go on the web UI. Why is this? Because we'll deploy this one with SnowSQL. This is a Snowflake CLI. Okay, have a look at this one. Yeah, the Snowflake CLI, and install it. Yeah, because basically what we'll do, we'll call this one. Until then, you see, testcon. That's a connection you configure in your local config file here on my side. I'm not sure anymore because, yeah, once again, it has a password there, and try to keep it for yourself. Yeah, they tell you how to do this. If you don't want every time that you issue a command, you don't want to pass connection parameters. You can pass just a connection name. The file is very similar to what you've seen before, the secrets TOML file. Yeah, I think today it's also a TOML file. But this is a commands, and try not to remember too many commands to memorize them. For me, this is the one that I use so frequently. It's no SQL, because I will execute this one as a script, and I pass here the -f deploy SQL. Yeah, that's the name of the file, and I keep it also consistent. Deploy. Most of the time I say deploy because this is what I do. I deploy something. Yeah. So we'll issue this command, but until then, let's have a look at this one. Well, what are you doing here? What are we doing? Use schema test public. Okay, so I establish this one because later on I want to create a Streamlit object in this schema. Okay, I will create also a stage in this schema if it does not exist. Okay, because I don't want to recreate it again and again. And for this specific application here, let's call it app1. Okay, you'll call it app1. We'll have to load the necessary files. And the necessary files are the Python file, yeah, that's up.py in my case, and the environment YAML, yeah. But I told you we need this for the references, okay? You do this, you need to say, okay, if it's there, what's going on? We'll override them or no. Auto compress false, because by default automatically the files will be compressed, and you don't want them chasing it. Okay, create or replace. Yeah. Streamlit, as I told you before, you see that's one typical way to do it. You will have to specify the root location. The root location, that's a stage name with if you create folders, separate folders for each Streamlit app, and try to do this. It's a better practice than occupying a whole stage for one app. Okay, specify the root folder, and inside I will say the main file is my Python file app. Okay, you have to specify which warehouse to use, the way we did before. Okay, this is not by default. This is not automatic. The title is optional, but I show you sometimes the name of the object, the SQL object, is not very user friendly. Okay. And here show Streamlit, yeah. Okay, guys. Yeah, let's Let's try to run it directly. Switch to this folder. I think I already did. Okay, to scripts and copy, paste it here. Let's run it. And let's see, hopefully nothing changed here. Okay, I'll not switch anymore to the web UI because I could trust, what I see on screen. Whenever you see something red text, this means that something failed. And look, so far so good. Yeah, this is good. Streamlit are successfully created, and I have other. You see here, I have other Streamlit applications in my test account. Okay. We created before a local Streamlit multi-page application. Okay, you remember the structure because I replicated it here, almost the same as it was before. Look, I have a main file, main Python file. I have under the pages, a pages subfolder. I have a data generator, data inspector. Okay, let's see what else. Yeah, I changed here. You see, I moved everything to the Snowpark active session, and yeah, this is important. Actually, this is important. This is what we did not have, but right now, because we deploy such an application in Snowflake, you don't need to keep separate connection parameters in environment variables in a secret STOML file to connect through forms and so on. You get the connection from there, and this is what I did here. Yeah, this is a change in data generator. Yeah, as you can see, the same. Yeah, when I create the data frame, I call get active session. Okay, then save as data. Let's see what we have. What else do we have here? What else changed? Not too much. Not too much. We have main. Okay, table name, yeah, which is shared. Yeah, this is shared data into a separate module. Okay, this is not necessarily part of the Streamlit multi-page structure architecture, but this is a separate shared module. Okay, and let's see. I have just like before these two different files here: environments. Okay, environment YAML for external dependencies, yeah, but dependencies from the Anaconda packages, okay, they must be there because otherwise it's more difficult, to deal with, yeah, to deal with. It's yeah, what can I say? You'll find the procedure described there. I considered so far that it's too complex to go in detail for the specific words. Okay, let's see. Deploy. Yeah, deploy. So just like before, nothing changes here. Use schema, create stage if it does not exist. At the end, okay, I will have up to, okay, up to application, show streamlets. Okay, let's see what else. Yes, of course, I will copy everything from the pages subfolder, and be careful here. Yeah, you have to specify a subfolder also on the stage side. Yeah, you don't copy in the up to. You'll have to keep the same structure. Okay, guys. And yes, let's run this again. And yeah, you can, because I did, yeah, you can check also if everything was created properly in the Snowflake account as well. Okay, guys. And actually, you know what? Let's do it. Let's double check what was created there. Yeah. Okay. So I have what? This is a multi-page Streamlit app. Okay. This is what I created, and this is what. This is how it looks like. You'll always be able to change here only one single file. I don't know why they did this. Maybe they didn't want to create a true IDE here to to encourage people to create complex applications. But look, you cannot get another file to edit here. So far, they may change this in the future. I don't know. In the packages, you'll see that you have already faker and matplotlib set here because of the environment YAML file. Okay, guys? The title, you can see the friendly title was changed here. And yeah, this will take a while, but look, I'll not waste your time anymore. You already know what you'll get here. You already know how the application looks like. Is the one with a sidebar, and each time you click on an option, either the generator or the inspector. While we talk, I see it's done. Okay, anyway, yeah, you see this one. So in the main, yeah, you can change This one was shared, yeah, through the utils. Yeah. So the files are there, and let's have a look also. Let's have a peek at the files. Yeah, they should be in, let's say, the databases. Okay, test public, and I moved everything through stage one. Okay, you see there are other stages created by automatically when you create something here, and let's see what we have here. Stage files. Okay. Okay, it was interesting because I had to refresh this one. Yeah, you mean if you don't see it right away, refresh it, and then yeah, it's like a folder structure here, and you see our files. Yeah, you see our files. If you go, okay, because I used this in the past as well. Yeah, but these are our files in the right place in the pages. Okay, I didn't remove a while ago those pages. I copied them also here. Anyway, I don't want to puzzle you. The point is that our files have been copied at the right place.
Okay, so keep in mind that creating directly a Streamlit app from the web UI was done on purpose to be very simple, and you've seen the limitations already. Basically, deploying a Streamlit application through an SQL script, will remove most of the limitations that we've seen. How does this work? So basically, yeah, you see on your local computer first, you develop and you test a local Streamlit web application, let's say, with a web server behind from a bunch of data files. Yeah, this will be data files or Python files and so on. Okay, and then you deploy them. You deploy them where? In the Snowflake account, but you need a stage. You need to copy all these files into a stage that you'll have to create on purpose. Right before, when we created interactively in the web UI, something like this, a stage was created automatically and transparently inside. Yeah, if you dig in, you'll see that each Streamlit app is associated to a stage, an internal stage. Okay, in this case here, we'll have to create the stage separately, upload not just one file but multiple files. Okay, and then we'll create just like before, but directly in SQL, a Streamlit object. Okay, and yeah, you can start. Then you can go back to the web UI, and you'll find this Streamlit app with a Streamlit object that will be executed once you start the Streamlit app. The pros and cons here. This allows, yeah, for multi-file modules. Yeah, definitely. If you create modules for reuse, let's say you can separate, I don't know, some functionality in one module that will be used by multiple files. Okay, this allows multi-page applications, yeah, multi-page Streamlit applications. So you remember with the pages folder. This allows, yeah, definitely for more control, scalability, and so on. This allows also for CI/CD pipelines because you create a script that you can customize as you wish. And definitely, each time you have some changes, you can allow all this to be incorporated into a CI/CD pipeline. This DevOps stuff, I tried to make a decision at some point to include it in this course or not. I decided to avoid including GitHub connectivity, DevOps pipelines, and so on in this course because there is already too much. As cons, definitely you need an SQL script. Okay, right before, yeah, you just need Python, and there is indeed more complex to deploy because you'll pass through a stage, through a Streamlit object, and so on.